Hello everybody. My name is Pixel, and for today's video I am actually going to be talking about some theories regarding Marvel's possibly newest big bad for this phase, Mephisto. Now, this actually came up during when I was, kind of looking at what other people thought after me and my family finished the entirety of WandaVision, and yeah, I loved it. I loved it a lot, but as I, looked on the internet to see what other people thought of it, I came across, theories and breakdowns and basically all kinds of things regarding the episodes. So I would figure that I would talk about some theories regarding Mephisto and maybe throw in a little bit of speculation of my own. Then again, also keep in mind that this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that this is how it's all gonna go down, but it's just speculation and theorizing. So yeah, some theories have actually, throughout WandaVision and given the information about Mephisto, basically, Agatha's rabbit, Signor Scratchy, a lot of people think that he is actually Mephisto in disguise. Because at one point, Agatha actually mentions that Wanda was surprised to see the real them. And of course, a lot of people think that she's referring to Mephisto. Sorry, my hair's a little wild. But yeah. And also, a lot of people have pointed out something about Agatha's pendant. Like, throughout the episodes, as she's changing along with the decade, and she's, wearing, the only thing that stays is in fact her pendant. And at the end, and at the end of the series, when she's, now trapped as Agnes, she still has the pendant. Like, it's the one thing that remains on her no matter what. Sorry, I didn't hear. But yeah, that's the one, and I was like, yeah, that is the one thing that never changes on her. So a lot of people came to the conclusion that she's actually hiding Mephisto in her amulet. And given the fact that in the comics, well, as far as I know, I don't read much of the comics, but yeah, Mephisto and Agatha actually work together, or she works for him. So yeah, I get the feeling that here she may work for Mephisto as well, because this is obviously not the last we're going to see of Agatha, because if Mephisto is coming, I get the feeling that he's going to be connected to Agatha and the Darkhold. Now, so yeah, that's some theories that people have thought of and made, and now for my little speculation. I think Mephisto is going to manifest, is not only going to be tied to Wanda, but also to Doctor Strange and possibly even Peter. Because in the comics, Spider-Man makes a deal with Mephisto to keep his identity a secret, and now that Peter's identity is out in the world, and I get the feeling that he has to now go into hiding, or at least leave his hometown along with along with Aunt May, in order to keep his identity a secret. But of course, this deal with Mephisto may come with a price. In the comics, it's to have Mary Jane forget about her marriage with Peter and possibly the love she has for him. And yeah, I get the feeling that this is also what's going to happen in the next Spider-Man movie. Like, I get the feeling that Peter is going to make some kind of deal with Mephisto, and he's basically, but of course there's obviously a price to pay. In exchange, he has to give up all his relationships with Ned, MJ, and even Aunt May, and even the remaining Avengers. Sorry about that. But yeah, well, I've been thinking about it, like, how is Peter going to get out of this one? Like, ever since I saw the movie and at the end that Peter's identity is now out and he pretty much has a bullseye on his back. And now Mephisto, how he's going to be connected to Doctor Strange. Now, I actually get the feeling that Mephisto is actually going to try, that this version of Mephisto is actually going to try to influence the remaining Avengers and possibly some of their allies, basically kind of like being their shoulder devil, influencing them, like, basically trying to get them to make a deal with him, so that he can, well, we don't know that much, so I'm not sure what Mephisto's endgame is, but yeah. But yeah, I get the feeling Mephisto was actually going to try to influence the remaining Avengers in, like, subtle ways, being, well, like I said, their shoulder devil and possibly a voice in the back of their head telling them to do things that they normally would not do. But, of course, he obviously will sweeten his words by saying that, no, it's okay, this is for the greater good. Don't you want this? Don't you want to be recognized? Don't you want to save them? Don't you want to make so-and-so proud? Don't you want to be safe again? Things like that. And how he's connected to Doctor Strange is that I get the feeling that Mephisto can't, like, physically manifest in the living world, so he has to do it other ways, whether it be through somebody's shadow or their reflection or through the person themselves. And I get the feeling, because I think in the comics, and also this kind of is a bit of a spoiler for the What If series, we actually, in the What If trailer, we see Doctor Strange's shadow begin to kind of change. I don't know what it means fully, but I get the feeling that Mephisto is going to be somehow stuck in Stephen's shadow. Excuse me. Sorry, I just ate. But yeah, I get the feeling that Mephisto is going, basically he can't manifest into the living world, so he has to basically he hitches a ride on Stephen Strange's shadow, quite literally, given the fact that I get the feeling that it's going to be like, if anyone has ever seen DuckTales, then the reboot, then you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. Like, basically, Mephisto would now be living in Doctor Strange's shadow. And basically, the reason why, because given the fact that Wanda's power as the Scarlet Witch surpasses the Sorcerer Supreme, I get the feeling he's going to use Stephen in order to get to Wanda, because given the fact that, well, it's hinted at that Agatha may work for him or is possibly a follower. She may also come back as well, like Mephisto like brings her back, and she basically now wants revenge. And I also get the feeling that Vision is going to play a part in all this. Like, he's going, like, Mephisto gets the feeling that he's not only going to influence Steven to get to Wanda, but also Vision as well, because, you know, he basically, I get the feeling that he knows about the history the two have, so he's going to use Vision in order to get to Wanda. Basically, you know, kind of, you know, promising him that, you know, like, she'll love you again. She won't be scared of you anymore. Because, let's kind of be honest, she probably is a little scared of Vision now, but, you know, I hope it doesn't come to that. Like, I just hope it doesn't come to the fact that she may hurt him or severely damage him if he gets near her. Like, she'll basically just give him a warning to leave her alone, like, but yeah, that's kind of what Mephisto would use, like, and the fact that, and yeah, I also kind of get the feeling that Vision's memories isn't all the way back yet. Like, he's still trying to become the Vision that we became used to, like, and that's how Mephisto is going to influence him by not only promising that he can be with Wanda again, but also that he can have his memories back, like, basically be the man he used to be. But given the fact, so yeah, Mephisto is basically going to be playing, I do speculate that Mephisto is kind of like going to play, like, the remaining Avengers, like, shoulder devil, like I said before, and sorry if I sound like a broken record, but yeah. So yeah, I think that's how Mephisto is going to be introduced. Like, he's going to get stuck in Doctor Strange's shadow, and he's basically going to go out and influence the other Avengers and possibly their allies as well. So yeah, that's all I speculate. That's my speculation and the theories about Mephisto being introduced in the MCU. So let me know what are your theories about Mephisto and how he is going to be introduced to the MCU and what possible role he's going to play. And also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all for watching. Bye.